Also, what's really funny is I did end up getting myself an energy drink for today, and I ended up using up my really big glass that like is able to hold this massive Red Bull, right? So I ended up getting like a little bit like crafty with this, and I got a mug and I crushed up some ice and basically made like a wine cozy for my Red Bull to sit in so it stays nice and cool throughout the games. So it's weird. It's weird over here, out here. Taego is not too bad. I wouldn't mind not dropping in like terminal or something, you know. I might just check out over here. Even over here looks like it's alright. I might go there actually. This map's a lot bigger than I think it is. So there. I was just watching the little mini map and I'm like, I'm not quite sure how soon I need to jump out because this map is absolutely huge. It's a lot bigger than it looks. So if you jump too far back, you got a long way to go. Wow, okay. That's really consistent. A lot of people back there. All right. There's still a few people ahead. Oh, going down too sharp. And I've got that guy to contend with. Possibly one more further up. This isn't great. Come on, down. Alright. Yeah, so it's a little bit interesting playing PUBG at the end of my week instead of at the start of the week. It's, I'm definitely like a little bit tired. Obviously, as I've said in every other video this week, where I'm still recovering from that fall I had last week. So the biggest thing for me at the moment is making sure that I'm not like stressing myself out too much and getting a lot of rest and stuff. Come on. Oh, it's a third gun. I'm like, why aren't you pulling it out? I forgot the pistols are technically a third gun. I'll go back over the window I came in. So there's a guy over here, and I think he might have run over to that last building there. I'm just gonna squidge in here. Hope to get something good. Here we go. AK. Alright, that's okay. Here he comes. Give me that vest for now. That helmet. Better vest. Righto. You know, I actually do have to... There's a couple of things I've got to actually do eventually. I need to get one pan kill. I don't know how or why I've never got one pan kill. Where are you? Okay, well, he ran around there. Yeah, I haven't got one pan kill, and what's the other thing? I do need to get some grenade kills, but I really need to someday, one day, I need to actually lean out of a car and shoot somebody so many times. Ooh, SKS here. Like, the AK is good enough. Like, I'm gonna roll with the guns I've got. I'm gonna try not to fuck around switching guns as much as I usually do. I know that's really frustrating. And I do it a lot. Alright, I don't need the pistol now. And though it's really good to have a pistol for like a run gun effect. Guy. I could just grab a scope if... I don't know where this guy is if he's still here. Oh, also I have to get some like crossbow kills too. I think that's still on my list. I was looking at achievements and stuff earlier before I logged in. Like, there are a few, just only a couple I haven't actually done. And it's mostly just like the leaning out of the car, kill people, the grenades, the whatever I just said before. I feel like he's in here, but we're gonna have to run off. Oh, there he is. Okay. Fucking hell, I forgot how loud this thing is. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to stop that. Probably not going to be able to actually hit him. Fuck it, I'll just swim. I actually don't remember if they changed the currents of the water. I don't like how like dark and freaking ominous that looks. but they had it in the past. You used to be able to swim out into water and you could swim across any body of water and it didn't matter. And then nowadays, they changed it in some cases, and when you get out into the middle, there's like a really strong rip and it just kills you. I'm not sure if that still applies. I know I should be swimming like that direction, but I really don't want to be getting out of the water next to somebody else. So it's interesting. Like I said before, I play this kind of differently, like more engaging when you guys are watching me when I'm streaming and stuff like that, as opposed to when absolutely nobody's, when I've got basically like all the time in the world and I don't have to worry about whether or not it's particularly an interesting thing. I actually spend a lot of time fucking around outside of the blue zone, in all the blue zones, and I tend to run in as the last thing and end up having to like not deal with anybody until the last 10. Alright, well, good thing I got out there. I'm hoping maybe over here might have a scope. I do know that somebody was here, I just don't know where they are. This is so shiny it hurts my eyes. Speaking of, it's like, in some maps are just so bright. And it sometimes makes me wonder, because you guys sometimes watch this on completely different time zones to me. And obviously at the moment it's morning for me, it's 10 a.m. in the morning. And if you're watching this at night, and I'm like looking into like the brightest abyss, I'm so sorry for you guys watching it, because I know it physically hurts your eyes. Okay. Uh-huh. Hey, a scope. How about that? You know, when you need something. I don't want to sit here too long. Nice helmet. You did have the car. Alright, let's grab some more of your ammo. They'll help. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to grab a bigger bag if I don't have to. I do need to heal, though. At some point. You know, I should just crack an energy drink like I've got next to me. I'll do it. Yeah, I'd love to know whether or not you guys have preferences for energy drinks yourself. Like, I know I often like speak about how I like getting my hands on like an energy drink. Hey, Def Box. Just because, like, I don't know, my body processes the sugars as well as the caffeine, so I end up with like that little bit of extra alertness plus like a little bit of a high sort of thing. So end up having energy and the mental capacity to deal with that energy. Whereas like if I just have coffee, I get the mental capacity, but I'm still fucking tired, if that makes sense. But it's really interesting because I can't drink just any energy drinks. Like, oh, there's somebody in there. Monster makes me really sick. I don't know what's in it, but I get like the worst bellyache drinking it, and I always have. Even back before I knew I had Crohn's. Hey, there's a chicken. Before I had like my Crohn's diagnosis, I knew. What the fuck? I fucking hell. You could have at least reloaded for 2 seconds. Wow, alright. I done fucked up. At least I'm using the health pack thing. Unless it was the med kit I need to use. Yes, anyway. Flashbang. Hidey hidey. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so back before I knew that I had Crohn's, before I had a diagnosis, whenever I drank Monster energy drinks, I always felt really, really unwell. And there was just nothing, I couldn't explain it to people. I'm just like, I don't know how to. Oh, come on. Okay, well that's my 3 fucking average. By the way, I was looking at my stats and it turns out I get an average damage of about 300 something per game. So I worked out that means I get on average about 3 kills, which is pretty good. Don't get me wrong, like I generally up until recently haven't really been that good. So getting an average of 3 is amazing to me. Well, the circle's coming in pretty hard. Yeah, so anyway, I don't need a helmet. No, I need a new vest. So I thought about it and I'm like, oh, if I'm gonna run around, I should at least see if I can get on average 3 kills. I'd like to increase that average and kind of have it like, you know, maybe a 4 or something like that, but it does require me actually like succeeding in battles, and you don't always get lucky. Like, I thought that the guy was down there before, so when I saw him up here, I'm like, oh, he must have just run in the building and gone upstairs. Logic. No, there is actually 2 people here, and I got fucking lucky that I managed to kill both of them. Huh. I don't think I could get whoever's over there from here. It's too drizzly. We'll keep running though. Oh, well, you know, I've got to go to them anyway. I'll tell you what, this is going to get pretty interesting. If they don't kill each other, I might have to kill the other. Yeah, so anyway, energy drink stuff. So, like, I don't know about you guys, but V energy drinks, you know, the letter V, like Venus. So, it's, to me, I don't know, I used to really quite like it, but lately it just tastes like pure syrup. So I try not to buy that. However, they do have one really nice one, this raspberry lemonade or something. I really like that one. I really always like getting that one if I can get it. But it's not always available. They've also got this like blue one, which I don't know what the flavor of that is. It's okay. I prefer it over the green one if I have to get a V energy drink. But as far as like my choice goes, if I'm going to pay money for an energy drink and it's going to be something I want to enjoy, I like Red Bull. I'm not entirely sure why either. Like, I like the smell of it while I drink it as well. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear Phoenix just like chittering over a bird in the background. But like, he doesn't handle his birds very well, so he'll probably go like, he'll do his like chitter chitter thingy and then he'll like freak out and run away. He can't deal with his birds. It's pretty cute. He used to be a lot better with like, you know, obviously being a cat, looking at birds and stuff like that, but I think it was after he was like maybe 4 or 5. I used to let the cats outside for like supervised like yard grass munching and stuff, you know, and I was always like pretty careful because I didn't want them to like attack anything or escape or, you know, get hurt. But what happened is he ended up going outside and we had like some particularly vicious fucking magpies at that time. And if you guys know anything about Australian birds, like basically everything here wants to kill you or hurt you, severely maim you, fucking gouge your eyes out. Like there is a meme that has like this Eshtay looking fucking magpie. It's like, I'll fucking swoop you, cunt. And I fully support that as exactly what they're thinking. Like, I'll put that up in my Discord. No holds bars. I want to put that in my Discord for you guys to see because I think it's fucking true and hilarious. But yeah, it's just these magpies were being so mean and they just kept swooping him. And I think what they were doing is they were not just scratching him, but I think they were pulling his fur as they swooped down and like were grabbing a clump and kind of going. So I kind of had to like shoo them off and get him back inside and stuff. He's never quite been the same with birds ever since. Like he'll get excited like a normal cat does and do his little like chittering cack sort of noises, but then I don't know, I guess PTSD sets in and he kind of like freaks out and has to like leave. This is extremely open and I'm not familiar with this area at all. I actually don't know where I am and I don't know what I'm running towards. I can see on the mini-map, don't get me wrong, I can see that, but there was a buggy and it went this way and I have no idea what's in the area. Now, I could be sitting here and get absolutely pot-shotted because I don't actually know what's in the area. Okay, I would say maybe over here. Perhaps. Mind you, a car with a 4x scope can do some serious damage. I'm not... That kind of looks like a buggy. No, that's a bike. Okay, so where did that just move to? Yeah. Yeah, that's basically fucking perfectly centered. Look, I might just squeak up on these buildings down here. See if I can't get inside. Like, even a place like this, even though it's open, if I was to sit somewhere here and nobody could see me, they'd run in and I would just decimate them. I don't really want to, like, sit here and, like... I hope I can reach that. Oh, yeah. I watched the greediest play I've ever seen on Warzone 1. Video of Warzone 1 last night. So there was this, I guess, like a weapons cache drop or something like that. There was some kind of special drop came down near this player. And it was just on the outside, out of bounds kind of zone. And he just kept squeaking towards it, hoping and hoping and hoping that he could just barely reach it inside the zone. And what ended up happening is he fucking fell down. And not only did he fall down, he ended up like bouncing around in the outer zones area, trying desperately to stand up and get back up, and ended up just friggin' dying. And I'm like, it's a classic example of somebody just trying just like a little further and you could get it, and then just like dying from it. Okay. Now there could also be people here, so you know. If I had to guess, I would say that I might have to go across the bridge. I might actually just... I heard gunshot earlier and it sounds like it's over at those blue roofs. But I don't really want to get seen or shot. So I'm just going to head over the road now. Put my gun away so I run a bit faster. Because if we have to go over this road in a moment after this area pushes in, I'd rather be on this side than not. Look how open and barren it friggin' is. Like, that rock looks like a good spot to hide. There's all this other area back here, hey. I was going to stop at this one, but I'm actually going to go back to this one over here. It sounds like there's like gunfire over the hill this way. Let me just pop down here for a sec. This is a terrible location. But I've got somewhat visibility. Yeah, there must be gunfire maybe over here. Blue roof was over there. That is definitely having a gunfight there. I kind of just need to see where this goes. Oh god. Don't do it. Wow. Oh shit, that would have been right where I was. It's like right here. Wow. I'm going to move up this way. Get a little bit of a height advantage for visibility. Oh, I'm so lucky I fucking moved when I did. And the interesting thing is, I don't think I could actually fully explain how or why I shift around like the map. I've thought about it. I've watched back some of my clips when you guys have like made comments like, you know, how can I possibly see this enemy that's like a speck moving over there and this and that, and I'm like, I don't know, I just kind of see it and I know that it's not part of the game. Oh shit. That there almost looks like a player, but I don't think it is. I'm gonna go on this side. In the case of like moving around, sometimes I just have like the feeling that I need to move somewhere. Or I want to move up to a certain rock. And it's not always foolproof or perfect. As you guys have seen many times, I just end up dying. But sometimes it works out. I don't want to be on that side. This little hump here. I could stand here, but not over there. He sounds... I'm just going to stand up. Just clear to stand up, yeah? He sounds like there's like one here. But they're also... The other guy sounds like he's like over here or something. Oh, there he is. What the fuck was that? That just... Did he just like legitimately just jump, or somebody shoot him and send him like ragdolling? That was odd. Funny as shit though. Oh, fucking hell. I kept hearing something to my fucking right and I'm like, I can't see anybody. Holy hell. Yeah, I couldn't see anybody and I kept hearing something and I kept looking. And like, I don't see it. So either they're perfectly behind a tree or a rock or something, but I'm like, I could not figure out what I was looking at.